Hello everyone, this is Alexandra speaking. I hope you are well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I'm very sorry that I didn't post any of daily readings during the weekend, but I was absolutely out of place and not really able to do them. I'm still a little ill. My common cold is not very common, I would say. Today I'm gonna make a reading for Tuesday, the 20th of November 2018. So the sun is gonna be in Aries during that day. So we have the fire bell here. Ooh, beautiful. And optimistic. As I promised, I'm going to use the last of my decks that I didn't show you yet, and it's called the Apocalypse Tarot. It's a Polish deck, but it's made in English. It's you see the English description here. The Polish deck of cards presents a new original approach to the tarot based on a non-orthodox esoteric interpretation of the main Christian symbols and ideas. It heralds the impending radical changes central to the crisis of traditional European religiosity. It will guide you through your own personal information. As you can see, the author is Światosław Nowicki, and drawings are by Robert Sobota. And colored by Magdalena Walulik. So I don't really use this deck because as a Catholic raised person, it's really easy for me to get detached from Christian symbolism in tarot, which I don't find it compatible, really. I have difficulties with that. You can see the Christ is here, but it's merged with a horse, so it's like Centaurus. And I didn't really get the idea behind the deck. I couldn't really tune in to it. There are some interesting concepts in this, of course. I can show you. You see the Fool, we can't remember who we are. King of Cups is Saint Peter. Ace of Wands, the element of fire, which is nice. And I generally like the white background. But Two of Wands is hubris, which is... I don't know, it's confusing to me. Three of Wands is baptism. Why? Four of Wands, health. So, you shall not kill. The Five of Wands, competition. I'm the Lord your God. It's very brutal, I would say. I think I'm gonna put a content warning in the thumbnails. Eccentric as Eight of Wands. This is Dali. So, you see naked people art as Six of Cups, Ten of Swords, decline, Four of Swords, immortality. I think it's Chopin. So, it's full of Polish associations. But living in a country where church has so much to say, and I think absolutely too much to say, I don't want to see it even more in tarot. I really have enough. I've had enough of church, and I don't want it in my life. Page of Pentacles, the Crucifixion. Why? There is a very and the Pope, of course, is everywhere. The only Pope that is right, according to some Polish people, which is John Paul II. And Vatican, it's yeah, wealth. That's right. Eucharist, I can't find myself in it. I can't find myself in it, really. The major arcanas are quite, well, maybe more connected with a traditional God and his beloved. The Son is the God the Son, soul, which is the only God I could worship, truly. Nothing is as it seems. I mean, the spirit of the earth, which is the star, and it's hermaphrodite. And as I said, there's a huge book probably saying why all this looks like this, but I don't think I'm ready to read it. Okay, so now I'm gonna shuffle the cards and we'll see what's gonna be. Okay, so the cards are shuffled now. I just want to make a quick announcement. There's gonna be a short hiatus in daily readings because as of now I need to focus on doing the monthly readings and the yearly readings, and altogether it creates 48 readings and 2 additional for the full moon in Gemini, which is on Friday, so it's 50 readings altogether in both languages that I use. So forgive me, but I really need all the time I have during the day to make those on time. I hope you understand, and I hope you're going to enjoy them, by the way. And I will most definitely be back with dailies because I love doing them. I really, really like it. So now I'm going to pick 3 cards from the shuffled deck. Let's see what the cards want to tell us. What's the tarot telling us? We have the Strength, which is enlightenment, the World, God and his beloved, and the Page of Pentacles, the Crucifixion. Interesting. 2 major arcanas, one minor, well, 1 court card. What do we see here? So we have the Strength, which is usually the card associated with Leo. And we see Leo here. But we also see a child. And we also see 7 heads. It's like a hydra, I would say. 7 heads hanging on some kind of organic cord that this person is gathering. Yeah, it's sticking out of the womb, definitely. So, the baby that was born together with the 7 heads is the one who can master the power of the ancestor. Because this lion thing, this lion creature, is the baby's mother. And now the baby is regulating how much the jaws of this creature are open. So it's interesting because the baby seems to be the most innocent creature of all these beasts that are born. It's also very much connected with the body, not with the head. So what it indicates that the strength is coming to you through the body. It's not going through your mental abilities, but you can draw it directly from your physicality. And you can maintain innocence while doing this. Harnessing the beast doesn't require great power or violence. It's more about love. It's about love. And you conquer the world by this. It's interesting that you have this 12 stars here, which are definitely connected with Mother Mary, but they are also the symbol of European Union. So, and this is on the head, and she's holding one of the stars. So you may be enlightened, yeah, that to conquer the moon and the sun and the world. You don't need to ask terrible forces to help you. You can rely on yourself. You can rely on your deepest ancestral wisdom, perhaps coming from Eve herself, through generations, through mitochondrial DNA, perhaps. That's these are the associations that I'm having while reading this. Tap to your really primal instincts and stay out of being cruel. Then we have the World, which is usually the card indicating the end of the cycle. God and his beloved. Where is God here? Perhaps he's here as a blazing heart. There is some kind of cloth not showing something. We are inside the holy pavilion, and you see the serpent that once brought the apple to our biblical parents, Eve and Adam. Now it's holding a rose, the red rose, as a symbol of love. And she's dancing within the circle created by a serpent. And it seems like she's untouchable by evil. And all that history of knowing what's good and what's wrong, the history of the tree of good and evil, was there to teach us something. And probably we learned the lesson, or we are able to learn a lesson if we want, if we choose well, if we choose innocence and gentleness instead of violence. The world, the strength, the world. And it's interesting that these cards are about Eve. These cards are about the maternal. These cards are about femininity. While the last one, I don't think it is. It's called the Crucifixion, the Page of Pentacles. Usually the Page of Pentacles is being grounded and really checking on what you have, what you possess, what are your surroundings, what is your own worth. But here we have, we rather have earthy, master, very happy with what's happening here to the son of the god that is also present here. Very grim, as if he wasn't the omnipotent. That's one of the things that made me really perplexed about the religion I was raised in. We see Judas here. He's washing hands, and the blood is sprouting out of the out of the wound in the hand of Christ, and the people are throwing stones at him, and he's being crucified to the great pentacle. The pentacle, when it's not reversed, is a very positive symbol. I think the meaning of this is lost in popular culture. We only understand the reversed pentacle. Well, not if you're a vicar or someone like that. What's there? There are also some kind of... I thought there were drawings here, but there are not. So, the crucifixion of the body, which I think is the main male expression in the religion, how I understand it, that you need to crucify the body, and you have to... your body needs to die in order for you to ascend. And there is also the notion of sacrifice here. Sacrifice of the daily living, of the daily body, in order to save the world. But I think this is the masculine way, and it's kind of juxtaposed with these two cards, where Eve is blessed and she's choosing right to stay in the body and to love body. It's even here, God and his beloved. Beloved in all entity, not only in the soul, not only in the mind, but in the whole body. So I think there's a need for today to stay strong in the body and to be really faithful to it. To really incorporate, so take into body, the idea that we are whole, that we don't need to discard what is earthy, what is bodily, in order to live well, in order to make progress, in order to be more of ourselves. I would say that this reading says, love your body because it is beloved. It is loved by the universe. The universe, the God, whatever you call it, the source. Because the source brought it to life. The source wanted you to be the body too. So you don't need to discard it, you don't need to cut yourself in half and say, my body is dirty and not worthy of living, and now I'm gonna just live a life of ascese, and I'm gonna discard my body. Don't do it. Your body is sacred, is what this reading for me is about. Take care of it, love it, enjoy it, and be aware that it's a part of the greater universe and will once go back to the matrix of all things. It's like a droplet in the ocean. We are the droplet now, but we're gonna be back into the ocean. Is there anything to be afraid? I will leave you with that. I hope you found it interesting. I know it's quite esoteric and perhaps not very practical, but still the message needed to be sent. And that's the message. Thank you very much. I hope I see you very soon in daily readings when they are back. And meanwhile, I really hope you're gonna enjoy the monthlies and the yearly reading. So, Thanks so much. Until then, bye.